it's been a little while. I'm going to be talking about week 4 and 5 of The Artist's Way at the end of the video. For now, this is week 6, and I'm going to be taking you along with me. I'm Dorian, and what I have left to do today, I look a little frazzled because I just came home from work and had a quick shower. I was biking for about an hour today. It was very good, but also exhausting, and I also went on a little grocery shop. I got myself flour. Special type 00 flour to try and make focaccia again because I really miss baking. So that's going to be my artist date of the week. I'm going to make it look all pretty and eat it. Eat all of it. But yeah, for now, I'm just going to make some tea because my tummy is a little upset. I think all of the emotions that are coming up with this course are really just manifesting as a really bloated tummy. So I'm going to make a little tea to try and calm it down a little, and I'm going to be reading in my hammock. I'm going to do my weekly reading in the hammock! Ah! I'm so excited! Good morning, it's day 38 now, and I am writing my morning pages right now. I already did the 2 pages, and right now I'm writing my affirmations, and I thought I'd read them to you because I don't think I have. And this week specifically, we're supposed to focus on our relationship to money, and since I do have a lot of blocks and restrictions there, they still feel a little intense, but the more I write them out, I have been writing the same one for about 3-ish weeks now, the more natural it feels, so I'm really happy about it. As I create and listen, I am led. There are no limits to how generous the universe is in her support of me. All I need to do is be ready and willing to receive all opportunities, blessings coming my way, and to take action aligned with who I truly am. I, Dorian, attract financial abundance effortlessly as an artist. I am the exception to every rule. I can't help but be wealthy. I'm a money magnet. The more fun I have, the easier it is, the more money I make. I am an artist and I am rich. And always know, if you are writing your affirmations and you have a strong aversion to one of them, that is probably the one that you should be repeating every day. Because where we have resistance is where our blocks are. They're literally keeping us from moving further. So keep an eye on it, check in with yourself, and reaffirm what's true. Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous sunlight filtering through the windows. Oh, I love the patterns on the wall. I'm so grateful. And you know what I'm even more grateful for? Not that it's a competition, but this is my focaccia dough. It's been proofing overnight in the fridge. Technically, it could go for even longer, but I want it now. So I already greased my baking tin and I'm gonna pour it in. Then I'm going to let it rest for another 3 hours, and then I'm going to make it look all pretty, then I'm going to bake it, and then I can eat it. I felt very on track when I read through the tasks, because I had already planned to bake this week, and then one of the tasks was like, to unblock, bake. And so, yeah, I feel very reassured in my choice. I had started baking more frequently, and I stopped because I wanted to try very special, like actually out of Italy flour, because it's just better quality and it gives you the kind of taste that you're actually hoping for when you do bake focaccia specifically. Because there's this one bakery that me and my partner absolutely adore. I mean, they've known it since they were little. I've known it only for like half a year at this point because that's when we went to Italy together for the first time. But yeah, special flour. I got the, I guess, as special as it can get in the supermarkets here kind of flour. Still the correct type flour. So I'm going to be making a test batch with this. Buy the proper flour and then compare the two. I adore how sensory seeking I am. Like, I thought it was just an artist thing, and maybe it is, you know what, maybe it is. But just getting to do stuff with my hands is so rewarding, whether it's garden work, whether it's pottery, whether it's knitting, whether it's baking. It's all very touchy-feely, very sensual. I'm a very sensual human being, and I love getting to do things with my hands. Get your hands dirty. Yes, look at that gorgeousness. I spread it out on this baking pan. I'm going to be covering it with a damp towel, put it in front of my radiator, and let it rise for a couple of hours. We are out on our little walk and it's green everywhere. And I remembered one of the tasks that I didn't even plan to do this week was to pick 5 different sorts of flowers to notice the natural abundance that is all around us. And it's spring and it really is everywhere. And the beautiful thing is I already have a handful of flowers and I keep looking around and there's more I could be picking. But I saw them, the other types of flowers, and I was like, you know what, I think I have enough right now. Not that I don't want more, but I'm content right now. And I know that if I ever wanted more flowers, there's more there. Abundance in it. And I also really like the idea in the book when the author talked about how it's silly to assume that God is stingy when it comes to creation, because it's not like there's only one type of flower. Don't be stingy with your own inner artists. Let them create whatever they want to. Do it. Also pick some flowers and enjoy them, because it's spring and it's beautiful outside. I'm filming myself behind you just so you know, like right here. I have a bunch of undone laundry here anyway, so I thought now is as good a time as ever. This is a turtleneck that I've worn to absolute pieces. There's holes basically everywhere. There's holes all over the armpits. I still love it just because the fabric feels nice, but it's just not a move to walk around and have holes under your armpits. We don't love that. Yeah, I've stitched over the holes a bunch of times. It's time. This is a turtleneck. I tried to cut it up. I was thinking I might do a crop top situation. It's not horrible, but I just don't love the color on me. I've also worn this for at least 4 or 5 years now. It's time to go. These pants, these are just big cargo pants. They don't fit me anymore, so I don't really like how they look on me, and they're just not the kind of fabric that I was hoping for when I bought them. They're pretty scratchy. I might still ask a friend if they would like to have it, but other than that, these also gotta go. I've probably had these sweatpants for a decade. Like, I've also worn these to pieces. Holes in the crotch, enough. This skirt is actually really cute, but it's just not my style anymore. Probably also going to give that to a secondhand store or a friend that might want it, because it still has value. Like, this is a perfectly fine skirt. I just don't want to wear it anymore. So these are the 4-ish pieces. 4 or 5. How many are they? This one was from last week, the turtleneck in the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 4 pieces of clothing. I'm gonna keep going through my whole closet because it's been not very organized in there. And yeah, I'm going to come muddy my way through. See what sparks joy. It's day 39, and at this point it's starting to get tough counting the days. We have here 2 beautiful plants and a planter. I'm really excited to have herbs. Oh my goodness. This is the kind of thing that makes me feel so rich. Having my own food. That's the dream, having a garden full of my own food. And I'm working towards it step by step. This is about 6 kilograms of flour, a recommended Italian flour that I'm going to be using for my baking. And I'm really excited because I wasn't sure if it was going to get here earlier in the day or later, and it's morning. That means I can still prepare this batch of focaccia early. I'm going to be mixing it with my leftover flour from last time. This is type 00, this is type 0. And apparently it's recommended to do half and half for the best focaccia crumb possible. The last batch I did only with this one. My Italian of confidence did tell me that it was a little bit more on the focaccia side from the scale of bread to focaccia, so I am getting there. And I'm really curious to see if having the flour TM is going to help. If you're watching this and you know anything about making focaccia traditionally, let me know, because I'm always happy to learn. That's what I'm trying to do here. I really wish I had a nonna to instruct me, but I don't. So I'm going to have to try and work it out myself with some recipes I'm finding on the internet. You've probably seen Dane's Kitchen and her garlic confit, and all the focaccia on there, so I'm just kind of mashing it together, making it my own, and hoping that at least good bread comes out of it, and so far, every time it's been good bread, so I really can't complain. Yeah, I'm really excited. I can't believe I am at the stage of my life where I'm crazy about a box of flour. Aren't they so cute? Just taking a moment to arrive. We made it to the end of week 6, which means I am halfway through with The Artist's Way, and thinking about it that way does not feel real. I did not film weeks 4 and 5. I was in a darker place on week 4. A lot of things happened where I just noticed specific patterns breaking away, specific issues could not dealt with in the same way that I have before, and exactly what I wanted to happen happened. I let go of a lot of things. I am so happy that friendships are blossoming. I am more artistically expressive than ever. I have job opportunities that I have not thought I could have, honestly, a few weeks ago. They are beyond my imagination, and I'm really grateful to be here. There was a really good practice in week 4, which the book here, mind you, written in the 90s, calls reading deprivation, and I took it a step further, and I'm still continuing with it. Completely restrict my social media intake. I noticed how much lighter I feel. As soon as I made that decision to completely restrict my social media intake for that week in particular, week 4, I noticed all of a sudden I had so much free time, and I doodled, I drew in my journal. That's something I haven't done in months, just sitting and drawing. I can even show you, I had to buy a new journal. I was at my brother's place during that time, and I drew his plants. And then his wife made savory rolls, and I drew those. They're gorgeous, they're beautiful. Oh, sorry, I got stuck. Let go. Look at this. I'm really noticing maybe my parents were right, it is that damn phone. I highly recommend try the reading deprivation, why not? And when you are at week 4, dare to challenge yourself to let go of social media for that 1 week. Then week 5 rolled around, and there was this opportunity to go on a work trip with the wool store that I work for. I wasn't sure until the morning of that I would be going, but I decided that I would, and oh my god, am I glad that I did. The Artist's Way is so clear about, hey, the universe is sending you opportunities all the time. All you have to do is be ready and willing to receive it, and you will have boundless opportunities. And this was an opportunity, and I was kind of like, oh, I don't. But as soon as I actually looked at it and lived it, the things that came out of it. We got shown around the whole place, we were shown the newest collection of wool, we got to see the behind the scenes of the design process, and I felt so inspired in that moment. It felt so good to be in this huge building with all the beautiful light coming in, and free food and free drinks, and I just felt so good there. I felt like I belonged, which was something that is very new because usually I shrink myself down. I'm like, oh, I'm not worthy of this. I don't deserve this. But I was sitting there and I was like, this feels right. And I felt so inspired in that moment. I just got up and asked the person that showed us around, showed us the designs and the wool, and asked, do you have a job opportunity, an internship, something around the digital marketing or social media storytelling branch of the company here? And he was like, yeah, we do. And I was like, okay, who can I talk to? And he was like, okay, tomorrow morning you can show up again. I'll show you to these two people and then we can negotiate, see if something works out. And we were going to stay around the area anyway. We were going to stay the night at a beautiful hotel, mind you. Gorgeous, gorgeous hotel with a pool inside and outside. The kind of money spent per night I could not have imagined. Free food? Excuse me. I got the whole princess treatment, and on the way there with my other two colleagues, I was like, okay, who was that person again that I asked for that job just now, you know, with the gray blazer and the red turtleneck? And they were like, that's the owner of the company, you know that, right? And I was like, I did not know that. And I think if I had known that, I wouldn't have dared. So everything aligned perfectly, and again, just felt like, yes, this is right for me. Yes, I deserve this. And that felt so good, to feel so confident, to feel so good within myself, and to just be grateful for this opportunity. And in the morning I went there, I talked to the people, and I got an email that I could send my application to. And yesterday I sent it. And it's really just a waiting thing now for me to get that job when it aligns for me. And that is crazy. That is a crazy 2 weeks. The things that can happen, the relationships that can blossom, and the things that can fall away, and how much beauty can fill the spaces that were all gunked up with low self-worth and all the stuff that can be shed so easily. Let's go through the weekly check-in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 pages, 3 pages, 7 days a week. We did it! My artist date was baking that focaccia. I love making things for friends and getting to share it with them, and it was delicious. It also inspired a piece on SUBSTACK that I have yet to publish. The only slight issue I've noticed this week is that I don't prioritize early rest enough, and then I have to rush with my morning pages a lot, and I really don't want that practice to be rushed, because having that time, the hour and a half in the morning to just really be there and get into the flow of it is so important to me now. And it's really sacred, and I want that to be a daily ritual. So I'm going to focus on winding down well before sleeping and really prioritizing a good transition out of the day and into the day. It's interesting. This whole week was about recovering a sense of abundance, and I am seeing it all around. It really helps that it's spring outside. My bank account is the happiest it's ever been. I have opportunities all around me. I get to enjoy good food and bake my own bread, and I have my own plants, and I don't know what to tell you. If you commit to this, it works. It just does. Do it. If you feel called to it, if this is your sign, do it. Yeah. I'll see you for week 7, because I'm in it.